And we're back. Howdy y'all, this is Bonreal back at it again with more Earthbound, and last time we were here, we got some more plot dropped on us. Turns out we're like the chosen one or something, which is why we're allowed to run around beating the shit out of animals and nerds and not get in trouble for it. Also, we got like a plot rock or something that we're gonna use to save the day or whatever, but more importantly, we got to explore on net. Finally, we laid down the law on some nerds causing trouble downtown, and we are getting prepared to fight their leader Frank, which is why we're in this arcade. This time around, we're gonna beat the crap out of the rest of these folks, and probably fight some bugs or whatever. It just depends on how quickly this video goes, but we'll see. But I'm actually gonna jump up on out of here real quick, because I want to go to the hotel first, so I can heal. Man, that dude really wants to get me. We are going to go to the hotel and heal, in part so I can show off what it looks like, because this is a perfect excuse to do it, and then also because I think you get a unique piece of dialogue you wouldn't normally get if you didn't sleep in the hotel. So first we're going to talk on the phone. Ness picked up the receiver. I'm going to talk to my dad. Ness, it's your dad. I deposited $288 into your bank account. Taking away what you've spent, you should now have 336. Okay, and I am 120 EXP away from leveling up. That's cool. There we go. Alright, and we're gonna talk to our mom too. She's probably wondering how we're doing. Is that you, Ness? You called me back sooner than I thought. Everyone here is doing just fine. Oh yes, and Tracy started working part-time for Escargot Express. Here, I'll let you talk to her. And, oh, call me when you have some time. Oh, you don't have any free time? Well, here's Tracy. And, yeah, what do you want? Oh, hey, it's me, Tracy. I'm working part-time for Escargot Express. What can I do for you? Neither. I don't want your help. So, what the Escargot Express does is basically, you have very limited inventory in this game, but you can call people on your cell phone, or any phone you find, in order to have them pick up items in your inventory you don't actively need, because key items and equipable items all take up the same inventory space, so it gets full pretty quickly. But anyway, let's spend our night here. Welcome to Hotel Onette. A one-night stay will cost you $35. Would you like to stay? Oh shit, I don't got $35 on me. So we are gonna go to the ATM in this creepy room, and we are gonna withdraw. I'll do 100. There we go. Thank you. Alright, I'm gonna take my money now. Let's get out of here. Alright, welcome to Hotel Onette. Yeah. Okay. So, I uploaded or I am in the process of uploading what the hell is it called? I'm looking for the word off the top of my... Dream Daddy video. Holy shit, I don't know why that was so hard. A Dream Daddy video. Right now I'm working on uploading that. So y'all are gonna get a double feature today. I don't know if this or Dream Daddy will be uploaded first. It depends, because this uploads very quickly and Dream Daddy does not. But I'm really enjoying doing the Earthbound videos. I didn't realize how much I would enjoy them. What do you gotta say? Good morning, here's your free copy of the morning newspaper. Here. Today's headlines in the Onette Times: mysterious meteorite north of Onette still burning brightly. So every time you exit a hotel, you usually have someone who offers to read the morning paper for you, and that's kind of like a hint at what's going on, or it just rehashes events that have happened in the story so far. But like I was saying, I'm enjoying doing Earthbound a lot. I was a little bit worried I would not, because I've already done this game, and I think I would get frustrated. I'm not at where I want to be. Man, this dude really wants to get to me. Have y'all ever met someone, like, or entered a room, and, like, someone very clearly wants to start shit with you? Like, they just always got their eyes on you. It was you beat up my buddy, didn't you? You'd better just beat it. They just, like, I don't know how to explain it. So, in college, there was this girl who really did not like me, and I also used to always see her in public when she was drunk or high out of her mind. And she would just, like, see me and just, like, walk, like, I would think I lost track of her because I would just keep going and minding my own gay business, but she would just, like, for the life of her, be on a hunt to just say some shit to me, and I can't figure out... Well, actually, I know why she didn't like me, because I didn't like one of her friends, because he was a racist-ass fucker. And I don't know what it is, he just really found a lot of women to be friends with who he just convinced not to like me. Huh. So we need to... Actually, we'll go upstairs first. But man, it's just like, almost like the Kill Bill sirens would play every time she saw me, because she would just like walk with such determination to get to me. And just really be ready to just say some shit. She actually... Never mind, I'm not going to talk about that. In a previous video, a long time ago, I talked about one of my encounters with her, where I almost called the police on her ass, because she actually, fucking threw condoms at me for no reason, and just went on this rant about gay people, and I was like, what the fuck is your deal? But, like I said, she was friends with this twink who I could not stand. And I really don't know what her deal was, other than she just hated that I loved my life, and I loved being me. Hey kid, do you want to become a member? No, fuck y'all. Don't be such a snob, so we're gonna fight him now. You engage the Yes Man Jr. But yeah, see, if I was playing Dream Daddy, y'all wouldn't have heard that lovely story. Which is, again, why I like Earthbound so much. Also, man, I am fucking these dudes up. Man, I do a lot of damage. Let me see what my EXP is at right now. Here, hold on, status. Am I close to... Nah, I'm not really that close. I'd have to fight, like, 3 or 4 more of those dudes. What level am I, though? Forgot to check while I was doing that. I'm level 6. We'll, Nah, we're just gonna go for it. Fuck this shit. I'm ready to go. Yo, what's good, nerd? I'm Frank. You are? Come on, you can't at least say your own name. Oh man, this... Oh man, her face is unfortunate. Okay. Well, we're just gonna fight. So Frank actually does do a lot of damage. He hits really hard because he uses a switchblade. He also is reducing our guts. What guts does is that it makes it so that... Oh shit, we just murdered him. Okay, well that's cool. He does do a lot of damage, though. He, can hit you for like 20 or so damage, which is basically half your life at this point in the game. Fail-proof Frank can't be beaten. Puff, puff. And this is Frankenstein Mark II. So now you get to fight this thing. So every other turn, it's gonna puff out steam, like that, which basically wastes a turn. But it's gonna do a lot of damage on the turn after that. And that wasn't actually as much damage as I thought. I'll attack again. And we'll attack again. There we go. And then we'll heal this turn, because it has a chance of doing like a very strong attack. So we're going to use PSI Life Up now so that we make sure we don't die. There we go. Well, we ended up being fine still. But anyway, how are y'all doing? I'm doing just fine. I have to clean my room. My grandmother is going to be staying with us tomorrow, so I spent most of my day cleaning. I really need to clean my bathroom, because it is messy as hell. And what else do I need to do? I need to work on some more job applications real bad. I really need to find a fucking job. I'm so ready to not be working in retail. I know you've been asking around, so I'll tell you about Giant Step. It seems to be quite a powerful spot. Some kind of special power is stored there that allows certain people to perform wondrous feats. However, a monster sucked up all the energy at that spot. It's difficult to get to Giant Step, that's all I know. I suggest you collect more information on your own. The entrance to the path leading to Giant Step is behind the Touring Entertainer Shack. Perkle, the Mayor Bonet, has a key to the shack. Ness, you've become stronger than I. Your adventure is just beginning. What do you gotta say again? Are you gonna say that again? Yeah? Yeah, he's just gonna repeat that. Well, fuck you too, nerd. And we are gonna get the fuck out of this place. I'm ready to be done here. Yeah. And he basically gives us a hint to what we need to do. We need to go to the mayor's place. I forgot where that is. I think it's to the right? Question mark. Oh, it's actually above us. I'm silly. And we need to get his permission to basically go to the Touring Entertainer Shack, which in turn allows us to go to Giant Step, which is like the first major area of the game. Hello? Are you the mayor? There are a lot of snakes and stray dogs around on it. Is the mayor just gonna let them run around doing whatever they want? I'm here to protest. Okay, good for you, bruh. Let's see what's going on in here. What's up, lady? Some suspicious-looking kids are hanging out in the woods north of the library. I wonder if they're members of the Sharks. To stop the spread of the gang, someone should shut down their gathering places, don't you think? I've started a movement that will stop all the bad influences on children of Onnet. I call it the Fresh Breeze Movement. Oom-de-doom. Okay, good for you. Oh, man. I really like her face. Just the way the characters are drawn in this game is so really funny. I really like the art style. They look just so silly. Did I tell you that I saw a giant ant one time at Giant Step? Oh, sorry. I did ant mean to spoil it for you. He also has a very silly character model, but it's a little bit less exaggerated. Alright, and what's up with you? I work for City Hall, but somehow Mayor Perkle bugs me. Let's keep this between you and me. And finally, you. We don't have any openings for part-time employees at this time. Okay, that's not what I was asking about. So I'm guessing the mayor is probably on the second floor. Oop, shit. Accidentally left. But yeah, feel free to comment how y'all are doing in my comments. It's neat to see that, y'all are so active and actually liking this shit. And I personally love talking about gay shit, so if you have any comments or questions, it doesn't even have to be about gay stuff or video games, feel free to just leave them, and I'll try to respond to them in videos, if you want me to. Otherwise, you could just talk about it with other people. Since you beat up the Sharks, you're the talk of this town. Mayor Perkle is waiting for you. Alright, what's good? Hello? Thank you so much for all your help. Okay, I'm assuming this guy with the sunglasses is Mayor Perkle. Hey, I'm Mayor B.H. Perkle. It's so nice to meet you. You beat up the town bullies, punched them out big time, kicked their butts and bit their heads off, spit in their eyes and made them wet their pants. Then you forced them to promise not to make any more trouble. Thank you. What? You want a key to the touring entertainer shack? For someone as great as you, giving you the key could help keep the town peaceful. However, if you encounter a dangerous situation, please don't ask me to take any responsibility. I'll be able to avoid any responsibility. Right. Sure. Ah, you're such a smart kid. Here's the key to the shack. Thank you. And now we can move on with our lives. So, now that we've beat Frank and the Sharks, basically we don't see the Sharks downtown anymore, so we can't really grind until we go to the next area, which is Giant Step. So we need to make the trek all the way to the top left part of the screen. But before that, I'm going to check if the pizza shop is open yet. Nope, it is not. Well, instead of that, what we are going to do is we are going to buy some baked goods, because we need healing items. Alright, we're in the bakery. Hey, can I help you? What can I get for you? So, I'm gonna get a skip sandwich, and also, I need to get more fucking money, but we'll get 2 bread rolls. Oh, what the fuck? What do I have in my inventory? Goods. Oh shit, this shit starts accumulating pretty quickly. Let's eat the cookie. There we go. So, I guess we don't need to do that, because our inventory already has a bunch of shit in it. Oops. Yeah, we have 2 hamburgers, a skip sandwich. I forgot that the Sharks drop hamburgers for you to eat, so we don't really need to even buy anything. We can just go straight to the next area. Other than applying for jobs, I was supposed to meet up with this guy today, but it looks like we both overslept for when we were supposed to meet. I said like 1, and I woke up at like 1:30. He's real cute too, he's thick as hell. I'm interested in meeting him for benign purposes, though. We're just a talk, allegedly. But we'll see how that goes. Building off what I talked about in some of the last videos, I am at a weird crux in my life where I think I'm a pretty stable adult, but I just really have this lingering hankering for the attention of a man that really is spoiling a lot of my life plans. I had this problem before where I would just be on grindr almost compulsively, even though it like made me feel really fucking bad all the time. he gave me the key, right? Oh, I have to actually pull it out the fucking inventory, don't I? I forgot that this is like an older game, so we are gonna whip this shit out. Key to the sack, use, there we go. And now we can go in. But, oh man, this place looks like shit. What the fuck? Can I check this? But basically, I would go on Grindr, and I would just, like, it would make me miserable, but I would also just, like, habitually fucking check that shit all the time, and just make myself more and more sad, and get frustrated that people didn't want me the way I wanted them. Because it's like, I wasn't even really looking to fall in love, I was just looking to really be, like, desirable to someone, and I felt really undesirable, and I think that's something a lot of people can relate to, again, when you're gay but not in the cute way, so I guess I should probably explain what that means. I talked about that in Oracle of Ages. Basically, when you're gay but, like, you got, like, maybe you are not, basically you're not like a twink, you know what I'm saying, and you are not particularly masculine, and maybe you're a little bit mentally ill. And so, you basically are not very appealing to a lot of other people, in particular a lot of other men, and so you just feel real sad and miserable about it, and it's a perpetual cycle. And that's what I'm talking about, basically. Like, I just wanted validation from Grindr, but lo and behold, it did the exact opposite. It just made me fucking feel worse. But that's all there is, isn't it? And that's really the problem, is that that's really the only thing you can use to meet guys, even though it is literally almost hell on earth in a lot of ways. Well, I'm being a bit dramatic, because ultimately you can just ignore people who piss you off, but it's like when you want to feel good about yourself and you want other people to make you feel good and they don't give it to you, it's very annoying. Especially when they're assholes, or just very rude to you. But I find myself becoming that asshole a little bit as I get older and my confidence levels go up. I used to have this problem of having pity sex with people a lot. And when I say pity sex, I would... Basically, if someone messaged me and they got kind of, like, whiny and were like, no one ever wants to be with me, I'd be like, okay, I guess I have to have sex with you now. In part because I was a fool. And I basically learned that I need to make... I got into this habit when I was younger of thinking that I need to please other people all the time, and I won't go on another tangent, because this is like 3 tangents in a row, but basically, like, I thought... Something I learned growing up as, like, a young homosexual is that I thought that I needed to basically please people to justify me existing, basically. I needed to always be, like, a good student, or just stay out of the way and do what my parents wanted, or do what other people wanted, so that they could focus on that and not how much of a faggot I was, basically. And I've grown out of that for the most part, but there's some things that linger, and like I was saying, one of those things is basically when guys hit me up, even if I'm not necessarily attracted to them, I feel the need to just please them for some reason. Hey, we got PSI Gaming Alpha, so that's our first offensive PSI. Basically, we shoot our brain powers at people, and that makes them not live. But this is actually a pretty solid area for grinding, but it is actually kind of easy to get overwhelmed because there are a lot of enemies in this area. We've already been in, like, several encounters on our way in, and those mice, actually, you probably may have noticed if you're actually looking at the screen. Because personally, I don't even watch LPs, I just listen to them, but if you're one of those screen watchers, you'll notice that the mice actually do critical hits a lot, which can easily fuck you up if there are multiple mice at the same time. But, like I was saying, I've grown out of that for the most part, but I will just sometimes have pity sex with people, and I've gotten better about not doing that. But building back to what I was talking about even before that, now that I don't have pity sex, I think that I am a little bit more, I've become kind of like the guys that hurt my feelings in the past, and that I'm less willing to tolerate people that I'm not actually attracted to, basically begging me for sex, or being or just, like, humoring them when I just have no interest in them. Like, I will legit be friends with people I'm not physically attracted to, but, like, if they start trying to become sexual when I'm not comfortable with it, I will just shut that down pretty quickly. Because that's just not what I want to do anymore. I spent most of my young adult life basically trying to please other people, and I realize I don't have to fucking do that anymore. But the flip side of that is that I am often very lonely, because when you don't humor people who want to have sex with you, they very often just don't want to interact with you at all, so wah wah. But now I'm more or less good. The guy I'm talking about now, he's not like that, he's real cute, and we seem to have pretty similar personalities, which is really fucking rare. I'm also talking to another guy who's pretty neat. This makes it sound like I'm like really a social butterfly, but it's actually very rare that I find people that, like, outside of like getting together to hook up, that we have like any sort of real compatibility after we actually talk or meet. And even then, it might sound like I hook up a lot, but I just have, over the course of college, I have collectively probably hooked up a lot, and I started having sex very young in my life, but, like, I don't really do it that regularly. I think I get laid, like, once a month. Which, compared to some people I know, no shade at all, that's not a bad thing. Like, that is very little. And when I was younger, I actually used to have sex, like, 3 or 4 times a month, I don't know. I'm not going to talk about that though, because that's a very upsetting period of time in my life. But can y'all ants fuck off, dude? Oh, hey, it's a slug and an ant. So I am going to probably heal after this turn. I'm gonna see how much further this cave is, and if I don't meet the boss in like the next 2 minutes after this fight, we're gonna cut the video and I'll just record another one later, and y'all have to wait to hear the end of this exciting conversation. But I should probably also talk more about Earthbound here. I'm gonna shove this hamburger in my mouth. There we go, boy. Hole. I'm gonna go in this hole. Where are we going? Okay, hey, a magic butterfly. That's really convenient. Because we really needed some PP back. I also should probably show off PSI, what's it called? PSI Gaming. Because it's probably one of the more interesting spells that you get, and by that I mean it's actually Ness's only offensive spell at all. He doesn't get any other offensive spells. Which is actually a really neat inversion to a lot of RPGs. Ness actually is, in reality, the healer of the group, which is really funny to think about, because you're gonna get, our next partner is Paula, like I mentioned, who is a girl, and she actually is the one of the highest damage dealers you get in practice. She is very strong, she does a lot of damage. She's squishy as hell, though. She's gonna die a lot early, but she is, like, completely an offense character with almost no defensive abilities. While Ness is more oriented towards healing and status effects. And then, of course, beating the shit out of things with bats. There we go, get out of here, you nerd. I'm gonna check how much more EXP I need to level. I kinda suspect it's gonna be relatively soon. Huh. There we go. Yep, I did level up, awesome. Alright, Vitality, IQ... Alright, well that's good, so we're gonna heal, and I think the boss is actually in this upcoming corridor. I'm actually gonna use Life Up. There we go. I'm pretty sure he's up here, after this area. Pretty fucking ant. It's either an ant or a slug. I'm at this point where I'm trying to decide, do I want to keep talking about gay shit, or do I want to talk about the game? I actually should talk a little bit about, like, why I make the channel and I have the channel the way I do, which means I'm going to walk around in circles in this room for a little bit here while I talk at y'all. So basically, I noticed that the gamer tag has very, like, a lot of it is selfies and stuff, which isn't bad, and there isn't really that much gamer content, and some people have been like, oh, it's just because faggots, like, they don't really like games, they just want to find dick or whatever, which is, I mean, that's partly true. I mean, that's me, but it's like, well, not me, because I like games, but I like dick too. But like, I don't think that's necessarily true. I think what happens in the case of that is that a lot of us are just really lonely. We like video games, but we use them really as an excuse to make friends or find other people to follow and interact with. I'm talking specifically about the gamer tag on Tumblr, which is why, like, you see that a lot of it is, like, selfies and people just kind of talking about random shit and memes instead of, like, actual gaming content. Because, really, like, people are just looking for friends, and I don't think we should look down on people for that, because a lot of us are just really lonely, and we're really awkward and really nerdy. Hey, it's the boss. I'll wrap up this conversation, and we'll fight. Actually, I'm gonna cut the video in a second here, so I'm gonna wrap up this conversation. We'll fight the boss at the start of the next part, because that's gonna take a bit. So, like I said, we just are lonely and looking for friends and shit. And I don't think there's any shame on that, but I do think that we really need to, for one, make more gaming content, and then two, also kind of be a little bit more self-reflective and talk about ourselves a bit more, because I think that the reason why I make this is because I really don't see that many mediums where, like, gay people talk about themselves outside of, like, dating, really, and they don't really have, like, a theory of themselves. That's something I talked to one of my friends about, is that it makes me really sad that, like, we can't really think of ourselves as a community in a lot of cases, and we don't, like, really have a theory of why we do the things we do. Which is why I make this channel. I like talking about being gay. I like linking me being gay to other things that go on in my life, and I like linking it to my gaming, which is why I'm here. And I appreciate that the people who watch these watch it, because it's real hard to make content like this, because it requires me to be a little bit vulnerable, you know? But y'all don't need to worry about that, because I'm fine, for the most part. And I enjoy doing this, so I will catch y'all later. We're gonna beat the shit out of a giant rat boss later. Actually, I don't even know if this is a rat or a giant bug, I forgot. But we're gonna beat the shit out of whatever it is. And in the meantime, I'll catch y'all later. If y'all have any topics you want me to talk about in the future videos, let me know. And I will probably do it, maybe. It depends on how I feel. And I'll see y'all later. Bye.